Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm excited to be in my homeland, New Zealand, and Dunedin is very, very dear to me, for it was Dunedin that saved my life, the Dunedin Hospital, I should say. In August, 27th of August, 1992, a big bang happened in my life. It changed my life mentally and physically forever. I would never ever be the same again, to look at, to walk, or how I ever thought. It happened very, very close to here, at the quarry, just out of Balclutha. I travelled the South Island on business a lot, selling clothing, easy on and off clothing to the elderly, people who had difficulty dressing, and for the carers and the hospitals. It was a long, slow process of recovery. I went to Balclutha Hospital to stabilise me, and they had only seen me a week before, where I'd gone in to help get clothing for the people that stayed in the nursing home side of the hospital. And then they saw me back, completely disfigured, not even recognising me. In Dunedin Hospital, my parents walked into the room, and if you can imagine having your parents, or being a parent, not recognising your own child, that's what happened to them. It was one of the hardest days of my life. To see them walk into the room, there were 4 beds, and they looked straight at me, and then at someone else, and said, "Where's Jane Gallagher?" And I had to put my hand up, which I could hardly do. I got it to about here. They stood there in shock and just stared. My mother broke down in tears. My father couldn't cope, and he walked out of the room. I was only in my 20s. I had an amazing life. I had a lot ahead of me. They didn't think I'd survive. No one who saw the accident thought I'd survive. The call, just going back to the call my parents got when they said, "Your daughter's been in a head-on car accident. We don't know if she'll survive. We're going to be putting her through theatre tonight, and we don't know if she'll make it. All we can do is keep you posted." It was the day of the big snow in Christchurch, so many of you may have remembered that. My accident was actually all over the news as well. A little bit of a funny story about it is that my husband actually saw the news, and I didn't even know him at the time. And he remembered thinking, that poor person. It was quite ironic how I met him. Even when I wasn't recognisable, I still didn't look like who I looked like. And he still fell in love with me, which was amazing. He is one of the reasons I am here sharing the story, because he believes in me. He believes what I stand for, and to help the youth and everyone out there to believe in themselves. I've been through a lot of other things in my life, including losing a child, and sometimes I wondered, why me? Haven't I been through enough already? But you know what? It made me stronger. It's made me a better person, that accident. I broke nearly every bone in my face. I broke my tibia, smashed my knee and my right heel. I had to learn to walk again. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. The latest was in August 27th last year, where I had to have a kneecap replacement. I've had 18 operations and more to come. It sounds funny, but I'm having my dream operation in 2 weeks. I'm actually getting eyesight back to my left eye. I'm getting an iris. Woohoo! It is amazing. I have dreamed for magic to happen for 23 years, and this amazing surgeon, Matt Green, finally told me it could happen. And he said, "There's going to be some side effects. I don't care, I'm having it." He says, "Do you not want to know the side effects?" I went, "No, I'm having it, side of my eye." And he goes, why? I told him my story. He went, you're having it. Let's not talk about the other stuff. Let's just do it. Because I believe that it's going to be 100% right. I know deep in my heart that I have spiritually connected with myself. I believe in magic happening. I believe that if I think positive and put positive energy in my body, I've got 99% chance of it happening. So, and he believes with me. So two people believing that it's going to be a hugely successful operation. And this daylight, this is amazing. The clouds come over for me today. Because the cloud, if the sun was out, I have no iris in my left eye. And for me to open my eyes properly and see you guys is really, really hard to do that. It's like the pupil, like this, open all the time. And I was just there through the day thinking, I love the sun, but just when I get up there, can you just throw some clouds over? And there you go. Magic's happened again. I've got the clouds there. So what I've done is I wrote a book about I lost my face, which I've never published yet. It's still there, sitting there. And last year when I said, right, I'm going to write my book, Nick was supporting me. I had friends saying, go do it. My family, my siblings, 1 of 7. So that was a big boost, 6 of them going, go do it. You can do it. Lots of people talk about it, but you can do it. And I didn't write that book. I wrote another book called Mind Tricks, because all my life I've been playing tricks with my mind for positivity. And one day someone said to me, are you just brainwashing people? And I was really offended, and I thought, what do you mean brainwashing people? And they went, yeah, I am. I'm brainwashing them to believe in themselves, to love themselves, to think positivity, and get rid of any negative thoughts in their mind. For when I was 13, 14, a teacher told me that I was a chubby athlete. I believed her, and I stopped eating, nearly. I was lucky enough that I just halved my food intake. My dad called me Anna for anorexic, but I got skinny, but I never stopped eating. But it affected my moods, it affected my concentration at school, and it affected the way I performed as an athlete. For I did triathlons, I did a lot of sport, but my energies would go down. And it wasn't until I had my first child that I lost weight straight away, and I looked back at photos going, my God, I wasn't even chubby, but I believed her. In the hospital, one doctor came in and said, you'll never walk on uneven ground or run again. And I went, that's really absurd. I'm an athlete. I'm only in my 20s. What are you talking about? Another nurse came in and said, don't worry about your face. It's amazing these days. They're going to get you back to normal. And I went, oh, yeah. And I believed her, and luckily I didn't believe him. For I run, I ski, I water ski, I do everything that I used to do. So in my book, I've got 5 key steps. And I do these 5 key steps every day. And I love you, thank you is one of them. I love you is loving myself. I'm sorry for thinking negatively about anything. Please forgive me because it poisons my body. And thank you for everything I have in my life. I'm going to leave you with that. The short of it is I love you, thank you. It's a simple problem-solving technique to stop you worrying about little things in life, from what I'm going to cook for dinner, what I'm going to wear today, to the bigger things about how am I going to cope with what's just happened in my life. I love you, thank you. You can find out more. You know where to go. You've got all the information. And Mind Tricks is about you changing your mind to create your happiness in your life. Thank you very much.